Gentlemen, Troy Ward, Bonnie DeBartolo, Heat broadcast, please.
Bonnie DeBartolo, Abbotsford Heat. Troy, I guess we'll start off. How surprised were you, if at all, the way that third period went, given the way you guys have played so well with the lead coming in, especially in the first two periods of tonight's hockey game?
No, I wasn't too surprised. I mean, been around a long time. So I wasn't too surprised. You're coming off the road, you got to play 60 minutes. We didn't play 60 minutes, so that's the way the game goes.
You see any similarities tonight's game with the last game here against Milwaukee, taking a lead in the third?
No, I don't think we've been the same team at home and on the road. Been a much more harder team on the road. We don't play as crisp and as hard here at home so far at this point in the season. So that's why our record is what it is at home.
Dr. Abbotsford times, is that a concern that you're not playing crisp at home? No,
it's not a concern. We got good guys, good players. We're just we're not picking up on things as quick as we should. But you know, there's good character in there. There's good people in there. You know, we just got to learn to play a little bit different at home and a little bit better. And sometimes it takes a while. Like, I've always been a 25 to 30 game coach. Like, it takes a while to get your feeling of your team and all that. But as we get older in life and as life changes around us, we live in a fast-paced world, so you don't have as much patience as you get a little bit older. And the players don't have as much patience anymore. So maybe the 25 to 30, which has been norm in pro hockey for a long time, is now down to 15 or 20 because everything's a little bit more urgent in life. But in general, it takes a little bit of time, but I'm not concerned about it. You know, what I did see was I saw 50 minutes of really pretty good hockey. Like, I like that. I like that about our team. I like that 50 minutes. So I'm not sitting here today saying that I got to fix 50. I'm saying we got to fix 10. So I like that.
You called your timeout early in the game.
Yeah.
Hindsight's always marvelous. You'd love to have it back in the latter stages when you took the penalty at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's that way, but in the coaching, within the coaching and within a team, like, you talk about this all the time. So you get all these other timeouts, you know, for what? I have no idea. We get all these other little timeouts. Like, it's not like we're on national TV, but we get these other timeouts. So it's like we always talk about those things on the bench. Like, so, you know, would we have taken a timeout after they made it 2-1? Potentially, yes, had I had the timeout, for sure. But no, you know, hindsight is like that line was tired, and if we didn't take it and it went 1-1 or whatever at that score, or 1-0 them or whatever it would have been, like, then you're kind of like, well, you should have took the timeout. So the athlete tells me if we need to take the timeout, and the athletes were tired.
You had a successful road trip. Now you're home. We were talking to Leland earlier on. Home for only 2 games.
Yeah.
Back on the road for 7. Then you're home for a couple. December's nice to you. You're home a lot.
Yeah.
But how tough is that, not only for a coach, but the players in general?
Well, it's really tough on the players. I mean, we changed 3 time zones, like, coming home, and we, you know, we talked about, we prepared, like, how tough it was going to be tonight. But like I said, for 50 minutes, I liked everything we did. But I didn't see us physically being tired at the end. I saw us mentally not making good decisions, and I didn't see us making good decisions mentally. So we kept saying, you know, we talked about managing the clock, and we obviously couldn't get it done. And you know, we're a team that plays, I would say, an up-tempo style. We do get up and we go after it pretty good. But we've talked about managing the puck better. And, you know, we're one of the best penalty killing teams in the league for a reason, because we manage the puck well. And we didn't manage it well at the end there. And, you know, we learned a great lesson. Like,
As a coach, how do you break down the season? Do you break it week by week or month to month or game by game?
well, we're definitely, because of the way we teach as a staff, we're definitely a day-by-day staff. But it has its parts. Like, and we just kind of endured a 10-day trip. That was a big part of it. And then we come home for a flash. Like, it's the schedule. Like, it is what it is with Abbotsford Heat. Like, we have to always be this way here. But in a perfect world, would you want to come home for 2? No, not at all. you'd rather stay out for like 3 weeks, like honestly, because now you come home and you settle in, and then you got to jump right back out and endure the travel again. So, but it is what it is. Like, that's not a complaint or nothing. Like, we got to manage the game a little bit better down the stretch. But we've got to break this thing into parts, and this is one of those little blips where it's such a small stop along the road, but it's one of the toughest stops because it's a mental stop. It's coming home, it's being with family, it's being with girlfriends, it's being with children, and then everything changes. And then, you know, everybody wants your time. When we're on the road, no one wants their time. But when we're home, everybody wants a piece of their time. So then the athlete changes his mind. And I really thought, we had talked about it so much, I liked exactly what they did for 50. We just couldn't sustain it. And you got to give them credit. Like, give them credit. Like, they made a good play on the goal, and we didn't react very well on the behind the net play, their first goal against. We were slow at that. We know what to do there, but we didn't react. That was a mental thing for me. It wasn't a physical thing. We were already in a resting posture. You know, like, it wasn't like we were running around. We were in a resting posture. We didn't think it through very well. So we can fix those things.
Your comments on the play of Byron?
Paul Byron?
Yeah.
You know, Paul's coming off a little suspension there, so he's trying to get his timing back. Like, he you know, he had a great goal and a great play. I was excited for him to get that. I think that's important for him to score because he's always been a scorer. So I was excited for that for Paul today. And they had a little struggle for a little bit at first, that line, but then I thought they picked it up for a while there, and they had some good shifts. So I was glad to see Paul get on the scoreboard.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.